What's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a good weekend. Happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers out there. So, went to the Nevada Coin and Jewelry today. Got some constitutional silver. I had 120 bucks. I got it at about $21 face. So I got $5.75. So I got 570 in Mercs and 1/4 in just a regular Washington. So it's about $28, $29 an ounce, something like that. A little bit more than the other, the generics and stuff like that. But I think it's worth it. I love constitutional silver. But anyways, guys, nothing going on in the markets today. Pretty much flat. Bitcoin is going crazy, and I'll get into that in a second. But I wanted to just touch base with you guys about a few things. I want you guys to understand something. I told you in the last video that I bought a car, and there's a reason why I bought this car. Now, let me explain to you what happened for those of you that don't know. So, I had a 2013 Toyota Avalon that I got into an accident in. Somebody hit me, the car got totaled, and I didn't have a car for 4 months. This happened February 12th of this year, right? I bought the car for $16,500 in March 2020, and then 2 years later, I got into an accident and I put probably 55,000 miles on it, and they ended up giving me for the total price $19,300. So I almost made $3,000. So I made $2,800 on a car that's 2 years older, a lot more used, and about 50-something thousand miles more. Why did they do that? Inflation. And also the parts of the cars were not coming in, and there's just a shortage of cars, so the car market was up. So I decided not to buy a vehicle, right? Now I was looking, because I like I said, I had a Toyota Avalon. So you have a Lexus. Now I only buy Toyotas, guys, for my personal vehicles. So you have a Lexus, an Avalon, a Camry, and I think a Corolla and stuff like that. So when I got into an accident, I started looking at Camrys, and the Camrys were about 19,000 bucks, depending on the year, and I just refused to pay that. I refused to pay the same amount that my Avalon was worth that they gave me for a Camry. So I waited. I took the bus and I made some sacrifices. And then I ran across a situation where I came across a car, a red and black Toyota Camry, and it's a 2016. Now my Avalon was a 2013. And the guy needed to sell it. And we talked and we negotiated for quite a while, and we came up with a number. The car is a 2016 Toyota Camry LE. Has 78,000 miles on it, a little bit more than that, almost 79,000. We came up with a price of $8,500. My Avalon had 80-something thousand miles on it. More wear and tear, and it was a 3 years, older car. Okay, me personally, because I'm into the car business a little bit. I buy and flip, and I do certain things. But most important thing for me, not the age of the car. I like the mileage on the car. I'd rather have a car with low miles that's older than a newer car with more miles. You understand? And this car just happened to have both. So I had less miles and a newer car, and I got it for $8,500. So you do the math. I got $19,300 for my Avalon, and then I bought this car for $8,500. Now, is it as good as my Avalon? No. I mean, once you have a Toyota, they're pretty much almost the same. So if you have a Lexus and a really good Lexus, and you step into an Avalon, you can tell the difference. But it's still almost the same, but Avalon's in between a Lexus and a Camry. But when you come from a Avalon to a Camry, you can tell the difference too. But it does feel like my car, but without all the bells and whistles. I have a rear view mirror camera. I don't have my push to start. I don't have a sunroof. And just a couple of little amenities that I got for, about 11,000 less, about 10,800 less. I bring that up not to give you and tell you about my personal business, but I tell you this because the reason why this guy sold this car to me is because he needed to. Okay, everybody keeps saying what's going to happen in 6 months from now or a year from now. Guys, it's happening right now. People need to pay their mortgage and their rent. That's the most important thing. You know, people say, oh, you know, food is important. It is important. It is. But there's a lot of outlets that you can do to get your food either paid for or get food. You can get food stamps. You can go to friends' houses. You can go to food pantries. You know, there's ways to get food. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of ways or outlets to help you pay rent. There are some. I'm not saying there's not, but a lot of people just don't qualify. So what's happening when there's no more stimulus checks, there's no more unemployment checks, and yeah, I said unemployment. There's no more PPTs or PPP loans or whatever. There's no more child care money that they were giving out. No more freebies. And you know, what are people are going to do now? And now that inflation is just raging, prices are going up because obviously the Fed is not, it's just giving us lip service when they tell us, when they raise it 0.75 and tell us they're trying to fight inflation. It's actually making things worse when they're doing that on the way down to a depression. Because don't make any mistakes about this. We are in a recession right now, and a big one. I've been through the recession of 07, 08, 09, and this is worse to me, what people are going through on a daily basis. So what are people to do when they can't pay their rent? They have to sell the toys. This guy has several cars, and, you know, because he has this extra car, he was willing to let it go below market value. Because if he would have sold it for the 16, 17,000 or 18,000 he could have got for it, or tried to sell it, he probably wouldn't have got the money. Because trust and believe, guys, that well is running dry when it comes to overpaying for different items. And I'll get into that a little later or another video. So he took his $8,500 and now he can pay his mortgage or his rent or whatever bills he needed to pay. And make no mistakes about this, guys, there's going to be a lot more of this coming, and it's already started. When you don't have enough money at the end of the month to pay the bills that are going up, and your bills, or excuse me, your wages are staying the same, it's going to be tough for people, man. It's tough for people now. So, guys, I suggest you keep your powder dry. Keep your cash on the sidelines. Take your money out of the bank. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'll make a video about that. Oh, the banks suck. But yeah, so like I said, I bought the Constitutional. I had a couple of bucks with me. I got the car. Unfortunately, my insurance went up because I'm in Nevada now, Las Vegas, Nevada, and insurance here is more expensive in this particular state or city. I don't know what it is, but it's almost double. I don't know if it's because of inflation. I think that's part of it, but also where I lived in New York State, there just wasn't many accidents and different things. Because like I said, we're like in a can of sardines here, or sardines in a can. There's so many people in a small area. There's a lot of accidents. So, guys, again, when you see me looking like this, and I'm looking like this a lot, man, because I always believe in the power of positive thinking, and I do. But it's very hard to stay positive when you know your loved ones, your family, your friends are going to suffer, even when you just beg them to listen to you. It's not all about buying gold and silver and Bitcoin and stuff like that. It's about getting ready, man. You know, we had some family in town this week, and they saw some of the stuff we had, and they're like, "Wow, you guys got a lot of food and such and such." I said, yeah, and we explained why, and they said, yeah, that makes sense. You know, while they were here, we heard about the all those cows that died in Kansas, thousands of them dying, and then all these food plants getting burned up or destroyed somehow, some way. The supply shortages, the shelves are getting bare. Like, again, guys, back to the food thing, and I said this before. There's a lot of homeless people here in Las Vegas, and I'm sure there's homeless people where you live at. And I see a lot of people that used to be in decent homes or decent living and decent shelter, and now that are homeless because of various situations, various things that happen. And people can literally, especially in Las Vegas because it's warm, people can survive, not out in the street, I don't like to say that, but without a quote-unquote home or roof over their head But one thing they cannot survive without is food. And that's why I say water and food is your most important commodity, because without that, you can't live. And I'm going to tell you something. People will riot over food because the food stamps, I heard, are getting very few, short in between. They're not giving out as many. The food pantries are kind of running dry because they don't have the donations they used to have and stuff like that. So it's going to be tough for people if they don't have food. So you got to stock up on that stuff, guys, and create your own food supplies, because with all those cows dying, that was sad, man. You know, sad to see them live a life all that time, especially for whoever owned them. I don't know if it was a big farm or some individual farmers. I'm not sure, but that hurts. You know, to put hundreds of thousands of dollars in all those cows and then get nothing back in return just because they all of a sudden died all at once. I don't even want to say what I want to say, but I don't think that was a coincidence. I don't think you guys do either. Just look up, if you haven't seen that video, just look up cows dying or something like that, and you'll just see a bunch of them. I don't know if they're cows or bulls. I forget what they were. But they were just, all of them died all at the same time. It's bad, man. It's bad. You know, if you got your food and supplies and stuff like that all set up, I suggest you get about a year's worth. And once you get that, then start stacking this stuff. And the Bitcoin and the gold and stuff like that. I'm gonna make a specific video about Bitcoin in my next one. But the sales are coming, guys, and they're already here. The pawn shops, and I like to do experiments. I like to go to pawn shops or different things. We have a lot of them here in Las Vegas, and they are, business couldn't be better for pawn shops, okay? People, pawn shops, I'm not saying they prey on the desperate, but or take advantage of the desperate, but they definitely make money off the desperate. Anybody that buys a $10,000 wedding ring and hawks it for $500, you got to be desperate to do that. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys are stacking. You guys are getting food and preparations. Let me know what's going on in the silver market or the Bitcoin market or whatever, precious metals or cryptos or any kind of assets that you're stacking. And also, too, what kind of supplies you guys are getting. And let me know what you guys are doing in your market and what's going on with the food and everything else, because it's sad out here, guys. So let me know. Please, guys, in the comment section below. Do me a favor, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button, only if you like it. If you like my channel and my videos, go ahead and share it, guys. I'm sharing stuff with you. It's not much today. It's $5.57. Sharing little stories of what's going on in my immediate area. And what I'm doing to prepare. And you guys need to share this information. Not my video in particular, but anybody's videos. But if you're feeling froggy, you can share my video. You know, least you can do is share it, because you already know sharing is caring. And you guys also know I love you very much. You guys are my boys. You know that, guys. Let's keep doing this. Let's keep on stacking to the ceiling. Okay, if you go to my house, I'm literally stacking to the ceiling with food and water and everything else. So you can never have enough. Thank you guys so much for watching and the support. I really appreciate it, and I really, really thank you for sticking with me when I don't make a lot of videos. And I also thank you for you know, doing what you're doing. You know, being a leader, being the Rick Grimes of your group. That's how I look at it. You got to be the Rick Grimes of your group. So everybody keep on stacking, protect you and yours, and may God bless you and your family, and God bless America, man. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace and love, guys.